Right.
See, he gonna make the rules. Once they heard it, the man is gonna make the rules for the household. Read that part again. And he shall cheat on you.
Right.
A lot of you men, you can't keep a woman because you weak.
Right.
You don't want to stand on nothing. You got a jelly back.
Right.
Every you stand on something, then when your woman buck up to you, you weak. You don't like confrontation. You bashful. You know bashful's a sin.
Right.
That's right.
But what you gotta say out loud for the fellas, you have to create a home. If ain't no men got no home to rule over, that's gonna be hard to do.
Sister just said something that was real good. She said you Negroes gotta get a job and get a house. So you can rule over your household.
Right.
Stop. You know what? I'm gonna say my words.
Bring it on!
What happens is a lot of you simple sisters, you do not vet the man.
Right.
You sweat the man. So it's really your fault.
Right.
Saying rule over these, say he gonna make the rules.
Right.
See, he gonna make the rules. Once they heard it, the man is gonna make the rules for the household. Read that part again. And he shall rule over thee. He shall make the rules of the household. Say it again. And he shall rule over thee. He shall make the rules in the household.
That's right.
And he shall rule over thee. He shall make the rules in the household. Hold that. Titus 2:15. Why is the man the one that has to make the rules in the household?
Right. Bring it on.
It's not just because he's the leader.
But God ordained the man to be the leader.
Watch. You know what I want? Eve 14.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 13.
Bring it on.
For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived.
Go back, Genesis.
Genesis chapter 3 verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow shalt thou bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Why? Go back. Hold up. There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Read.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
So because the woman was she was deceived by Satan, God said, Adam, you get to rule over the woman. Man, you make the rules. Man, you make the rules. Father, you make the rules. Husband, you make the rules. But she don't know how to rule. Her job is not to rule. And she is susceptible to listening to other influences outside. So you need a man that was not, was he deceived? Let's go back to that again. Was he deceived?
And Adam was not deceived.
Adam wasn't the one that got deceived. It was Eve. You know why? Y'all are emotional. Something sounds good, you might run with it. Oh, girl, he told me I was beautiful, girl. Ooh, he's so fine. Oh, girl. Oh, he said he's gonna pay all my bills, girl. I don't know. What you think I should do? Girl, you better go with him. Bring it out. Oh, man, I'm pregnant, and this nigga done left me, and I ain't got nothing. Your daddy tell you that nigga was no good because he be on the phones all the time.
But that ain't my life.
But yes, why? Read that part again.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman.
So God said because the woman was deceived and not Adam, that Adam is going to do what? Go to Genesis 3.
And he shall rule over thee.
He gonna make the rule. You know what that means? He's your safety. Oh, I'm not saying it to you, baby. I'm saying it to everybody out here. That's right.
But what you gotta say out loud for the fellas, you have to create a home. If ain't no men got no home to rule over, that's gonna be hard to do.
Sister just said something that was real good. She said you Negroes got to get a job and get a house. So you can rule over your household. Stop. You know what? I'm going to say my words.
Bring it on.
What happens is a lot of you simple sisters, you do not vet the man. You sweat the man. So it's really your fault. Because you're supposed to be able to look at a bum and tell what a bum is.
That's right.
But you look at a bum and think he a man.
Right.
And guess what you get? You get a bum. You know how they, you said something. You said something, sister. You said they're programmed to think that a bum is a man. How are these young sisters programmed to think that a bum is a man?
Make it plain.
The rappers.
Right.
The rappers,
Right.
sister, the rappers. The rappers and the pastors have taught you the falsehood of men.
Right.
Half these pastors is, the pastors tell you what you want, what they want you to hear because they want your money and they want your vagina.
They pimps.
And
That's
these
what they
bums
do.
out here tell you whatever they want you want to hear because they need a place to stay.
Right. Homosexuals.
That's you right. Homosexuals. Post up and leave.
Right.
Dilly burger Negroes. Stop getting with the dilly burger Negroes and get with a man.
Right.
How do you know a man? 1 Kings. Because God gave you, God tells you what a man is. But the problem is, your pastor don't tell you, he ain't told you who God is.
If he don't serve the Most High, he ain't leading nothing.
Exactly. Read.
That's it.
1 Kings chapter 2 and verse 2.
Bring it on.
I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore, and show thyself a man.
How do you show you're a man?
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
Keeping God's commandments. It's simple.
Right.
Watch this. If thou shalt not steal, are there any robberies going on in the neighborhoods? No. Ain't nobody robbing each other. Ain't nobody defrauding each other. Ain't nobody stealing from each other because they keeping the law of God. Oh, thou shalt not kill. Guess what? That means the murder rate plummets.
Right. Right.
Oh, thou shalt not bear false witness. You know what that means? Honesty in the neighborhood.
Right.
Oh, thou shalt not covet. Oh, that means that you won't be making a play to try to get somebody else's stuff.
Right.
You won't be no more scammers, right? All the
Right.
scammers are gone.
Right.
Oh no, we done fixed half the community with just four commandments. Oh man, it's so simple. Oh, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's ox and his ass and anything else that's his neighbor's. You know what that means? Get your own stuff.
That's right.
So that means the man's gonna get up off his behind and he's gonna work a job and he's gonna do the right thing because he ain't gonna be eyeing what his neighbor got because he know you're not supposed to be watching another man's pockets
Right.
or nothing else that's another man's. Get your own.
Right.
But a bum don't want to do that. You know why he's a bum? Because he didn't have a daddy raised when he was raised up that taught him that a real man works a job, and he was raised by a woman, and the woman was on Section 8, so he think it's okay to just lay off your behind, scratch your balls, and bang women out.
Right.
Because he hasn't been taught what a real man is.
Bring it on.
So that's why we out here. We teach you what a man look like.
Bring it on.
We show you by example what a man look like. And the first thing that we do is we come out here and tell you, look, you got to change the way that you're moving.
Right.
The way you're moving is not right. I need you to move like this. A real man, get up off your behind and get a job,
Right.
number one. Number two, stop listening to your woman and letting your woman rule everything in a household. Because I'm going to tell you another thing about a woman. If a woman can rule you, she does not respect you.
Right.
So that means she's going to cheat on you.
Right.
A lot of you men, you can't keep a woman because you're weak.
Right.
You don't want to stand on nothing. You got a jelly back.
Right.
Every you stand on something, then when your woman buck up to you, you weak. You don't like confrontation. You bashful. You know bashful's a sin.
Right.
Yeah.
God say stand on it.
Right.
Yeah.
But what you do is you don't want to be upset because you don't want her to put you out the house. Because the house ain't supposed to be in her name, Negro.
Right.
That's why God say get your own.
Right.
So when we teach you how to be a man, because you ain't ever heard that, and because you're not doing it, oh, you get in your feelings. Them niggas don't know what they talking about. Them niggas, man, forget them
Right.
niggas. Man, we were you.
Right.
We were them niggas. We was the post up and leave.
Right.
We was the dilly burger. We was the drug dealers.
Right.
We was the ones murdering and killing. We did all that.
Right.
But we realized we was wrong.
That's right.
And now, because we love you the way we love ourselves, we trying to get you not to do the same stupid stuff we did.
Right.
Because we see where it goes. We know where it ends up. Some of us was lucky enough to not get life in prison. Some of us was lucky enough that the bullet didn't get our vital organs, and we still alive. And we heard it, and God was like, you know what? This brother ain't that stupid. I'm gonna put my finger on him. I'm gonna give him a little wisdom, see what he do with it. And that's what we doing with it. We out here teaching you the right things.
That's right.
We not your pastor. Your pastor just wants your woman and he wants your money.
Right.
We want your life.
Right.
Why? Because we want your life, because our life depends on your life.
Right.
We got to get up out of here together.
Right.
It said, what is it? Matter of fact, Deuteronomy 28:68. I just want the one part. Bondman and bondwoman. Read.
And ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
God said we come in here as slave man and slave woman, so we gotta leave here together.
That's right.
We gonna be saved together. So we gotta repent together. So that means in order for us to get saved, we gotta save you.
Right.
We gotta save her over there in the white car that's been listening. Sister, you've been listening. Sister in the white car, you've been listening a lot. What's your name? Huh? What's your name? Okay, now she's quiet. Well, just keep listening. I like the fact you're listening. I hope that it's doing something to you, to where you're gonna repent. You've been listening for a long time. I was gonna commend you, but it is what it is. The point I'm making is, we're out here for y'all.
Right.
Every last one of y'all. Whether you like us or not, we're gonna tell you the truth.
Right.
One of the things that we have an issue in this world is we don't like to hear the truth no more. So when you hear the truth, guess what? It is what it is. Go back to what we was at with Genesis. So the point we was making is, the woman, you gotta come back under the umbrella of a good man.
That's right.
And a good man ain't gonna be trying to bang you out. He gonna be trying to fix your mind. Some of you women are having sex and y'all not even marriageable material.
Right.
Why? Because the man around you, he ain't marriageable material either.
Right.
Y'all already doomed. Y'all need to get y'all mind right before y'all lay together.
Right.
And guess what? You gotta teach that to your daughter and your son. We saw two of them, right? Right. So you gotta be the example in the household to show them, look, this the way. It starts with one.
Right.
It starts with one. Guess what? This started with one man. And then he had two other cats that believed, and they started. And that was in 2003.
Right.
20 years later, it's thousands of us.
Right.
That man had to have the faith that he can do what he was saying and that he can follow through. And he showed other people how to do it, and now we all over the world.
That's right.
So, like they say, on my side.
We all over the world, in so many countries. One man started it. So you'd be surprised what your one example can do to your family.
That's right.
Don't ever, you know what, matter of fact, go back to Psalms 82:6.
Bring it
He
on.
said it earlier. We gotta understand, you are the children of who? Okay, and Israel is the child of who? The Most High, right? You are the children of God. If God is God, his child is what? No, if a God has a child, what is his child? No. If I'm a God and I have a child, my child is a God too.
That's right.
That's the point.
Wake them up.
You're not living like gods. You're living like men.
Right.
You don't understand the power that you have.
Right.
You don't think of yourself who you are. You got low self-esteem. You broken. You forgot how great you are.
Right.
Read.
Psalm chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
And that's why everything that we want to do, we're able to do it, whether it's good or bad. That's why every invention on the planet, most of it's come from the black man.
That's right.
But you don't even know that. I'm talking about whether we was in America, whether we was in Rome, whether we was in Greece, whether we was in Spain. No matter, whenever you look at all the history, Great Wall of China, like you can just keep everything you think somebody made, it was a black person that made it. But what they did is they took it and they put a white image or a Chinese image or somebody else on it so you wouldn't know it came from you.
I never understood that.
And now you think you a nigga. You're gods on this earth.
That's right.
But you gotta believe it and you gotta start walking like it. Read it again.
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men.
Why? Because you don't believe. Because you don't believe this Bible's real. Watch this. How many of you know that slavery, coming over here in the slave ships, was prophecy from Moses? How many of y'all heard that before? Raise your hand if you heard that before. Exactly. So you don't know everything that's happening to you. God already prophesied it was going to happen. And he also told you how to get out of it. But you don't know because your pastor has failed you.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the